That
Welcome
dude,
to a.
that
I
That's a
know.
nice intro. I like that.
that intro makes it every time, brother.
Yeah,
Welcome
good.
again. Good evening, guys, to another episode of the Sandman and Pile Show. I'm Pile and Sandman, my lovely and beautiful co-host with the shades and the Top Gun pilot lookalike. It's really good to see you, dude. It's been since Tuesday since we had our last podcast.
Yeah, same here. Good to see you, brother. Excited.
And
Have my other brother here.
oh, dude,
The
this is a treat.
Utila,
This is
el
a treat.
hombre de Utila, Arturo Bush.
Well,
Yeah.
Bush, it's really good to see you, dude. Thank you for taking your time from the island of Utila and its beauty to come and talk to us. But we're going to give you 15 minutes to talk about yourself, and then we're going to get into some like good stuff. All right.
Yeah. Well,
So go ahead.
Arthur Bush. Obviously, I'm from Utility Islands of Honduras. Born, raised. Um, Grew up on a tiny island in the Caribbeans. Andrew's been there before. He loved it. A lot of diving. Nice background. No, island life is a good life. We live it easy. We used to be, you know, living the dream. I don't know, just taking it easy over here. Enjoying the heat and the rain.
It was nice. I've lived there for a month, and I can tell you guys that Utila it's a paradise. I was lucky to live at your hotel for a month and try to cook for you, but I was too much of a drunken asshole. Uh, I was, and I left after a month, but it was the best. It was the best month I ever had. It was.
Yeah,
Man,
you gotta come back, man. There's a lot of nice things there. A lot more diving. You know, we got the whale sharks. We got it's a good place. It's a laid back place. Trying to get
well, well, Mr. Bush, thank you for coming to our show. It's an honor to have you here, brother. For everyone out there at home that is currently watching this, um, Arthur, it's a fellow Marine who served with us in 3A, 3rd Battalion, 8th Marines, India Company, deployed with us to Iraq. Uh, did you make it to the Haiti deployment or no?
no. I got
No.
there literally a week after you guys came from Haiti.
Okay, so you were with far time frame. You were Richard. You were
I was a week
No,
after Bush.
yeah,
after Bush. Okay.
he came after me.
Yeah.
Yep.
So tell the viewers who was Arthur Bush before the Marine Corps and who was Arthur Bush after the Marine Corps.
That's good.
Well, Marine Corps, for me personally, I could say growing up, I watched a lot of military movies, especially John Wayne. John was my favorite, one of my favorite back then, and watching his Marine Corps movies and all his Marine Corps stuff, I was like, man, that looks pretty cool. Living on an island, secluded from the world. No shit is going on really. And for me, when 9/11 hit, I was here in Utila, and I seen everything that happened. I thought it was like a movie or something. I was like, what kind of crazy ass movie is this? I'm like, oh, I want this crap. I kept changing it. It was on every channel. I'm like, this is some really some real shit going on right now. And shortly not long after that, I I really recently, like literally recently, just graduated from high school in Pensacola, Florida. Then I was here in Utility when that happened. Then I went back to Pensacola, Florida, and I did the whole process. Did the test, the physical test, the ASVAB test, and all that. And initially, I was going to go Air Force because I didn't know at the time
Ugh.
nothing. But then when I was going to the Air Force, the Marine, you know how they're all like almost like right next to each other, all the different branches, different
Yep.
offices. The Marine Corps recruiter kind of called me over there. He told me on his lies. He had what we call in Spanish the good paja.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's not
uh,
Honduran slang. That ain't no
What
Spanish,
does
yeah,
that?
man.
Now for us gringos, what does that mean?
paja means the good. The
The
lie was so
bullshit.
good. bullshit lie, you know. uh, yeah, my recruiter told me, you'll never see combat. Don't worry about that. I'm like, okay, whatever. But yeah, I mean, no, I did boot camp, and strangest thing, I got a lot of injuries in boot camp, but I never quit. I finished. I
Hey
busted
guys,
my.
we got sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, brother, but this is important. We got a comment from one of a viewer. We got a few people on. They cannot hear you very well. So can you get a little closer to the mic? Um,
You can't hear me. How
Arthur.
about now?
No,
Can you
that's
hear me
good.
any better?
Yeah, well,
Better.
I can hear you, but the viewer, somebody sent us a comment saying that you coming off a little cut off.
Broken.
So try
Okay.
to try to do something. We'll see what they said now.
Hey, thank you, Sandman. Thank you
Yeah.
for the fixing the technical difficulties. Bush, what battalion were you in boot camp?
Um, I was in Echo Company.
Third. That's third battalion, right?
Then boot camp. That
Yeah.
was I think it was.
Were you
Yeah,
blue, yellow, or red?
no, yellow. I was yellow.
That you were second battalion. Oh, you were
Yeah,
Echo.
second.
You
That
were
was
second
Echo.
battalion.
Yeah,
So was
it
I.
was
I was
second
I
one.
was Fox.
Man, my senior junior as well was Staff Sergeant Lyons. That guy was a beast. Whew. He used to bring his 5-year-old son in there to do pull-ups and tell us how bad we were, sucked so bad because his son could do 5 years old doing 3 pull-ups, and there was guys in there that could barely do one. Man, that was something. We get hazed daily. It was great though. No, I was saying like when I was in boot camp, I literally blew my knee out on my first PT run. They blew it out completely, finished, but I still finished boot camp. Blew it out, and then on the crucible, I stress fractured my foot. Finished crucible with that injury. Then after that, I got 30 days off. Came back to Utila. Then I did recruiter assistance. Then I went to my school, infantry school. Then I went to 3-8, 3rd Battalion, 8 Marines, Indian Company.
You got there
3rd Platoon.
November, right?
Yes. November, yes.
Okay.
November.
Yeah, because I didn't get there till December 17th. So you got there about a month before me.
Yeah, I think it was a month before you got there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got there, and literally, like, it was a week. These guys only had like a week back or something when they came back from Haiti. Yeah, they were all something like that. They were
When I
all
got there,
salt
yeah.
dogs then. They're all feeling it. And
I don't
Yeah.
even remember. Yeah, in all honesty, I don't even remember coming back and seeing you guys because we were just on party mode. Like we had 96s back to back, and then we went on leave.
well, when I got to 3-8, Indian Company, I didn't get put into platoon until like 2 or 3 weeks after I got there. Like nobody was around.
Yeah, that's why. Because we were getting
Nobody was around.
Yeah. You
Yes,
guys were
they're-
doing. You guys were doing working parties at that time.
Yeah, that's all we were doing. Just a bunch of bullshit. Basically, clean this, do that,
Yeah.
fix it.
Dude,
Uh,
no, I agree. Nobody was there. When I got there, I hung out with Siler, Casey, and like 2 other people, and they were like friendly to me. And then all you guys came back from leave. We were not friends anymore because we got hazed. We got messed up after that. Hey,
So-
Sandman, is that better? Can you hear me?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thanks. By the way, the viewer they responded to the on the comments. They say they can hear Arthur very well now. So
Good,
thank
good.
you, Machine Gun 22. Thank you very much. Appreciate you
Machine gun.
Thank you.
Kick 'em deep,
Yeah.
Machine Gun 22.
for being here. Yeah, stand by. This is gonna be fun. So
Yeah.
Arthur, you graduated high school, joined the Marine Corps. You said 19 at that time, 18.
No, I was 20.
You were 20. Okay, so
Yeah.
you were a little bit older than most of us when you joined.
Not me.
How was that for you? What made you, one, choose the Marine Corps? Two, what made you become part of the armed forces at that particular age, especially for someone that comes from a place which is known for military members to constantly join, which is Florida.
Well, at the time in my life, there was not much going on. And here on Utila, there was very little advancements and like careers going on for me, especially what I like to do, which was electrical wiring at the time, because I graduated electrical wiring here in Florida in technical school. And I always had a interest for the military. And when I decided to go, and then when I decided to do the Marine, I was like, all right. It felt good to do something to get on my own. I was finally like on my own. I didn't have to worry about nobody, no parents. They're like, hey, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? That type stuff, you know. You know how parents are. You're at a certain age. They want to push you to do something you don't want to do, or something they think you should do. So I decided, well, I'm gonna do something for me. And hell, if I could become a Marine, I'll be the first in really my whole family. Nobody in my family has ever been in the military. I've got some friends that's been in the military from here, mainly Navy, but not Marines.
Oh wow,
So,
that must have
yeah,
been that must have been a big decision and a compliment for you, because being the first one in your entire bloodline, you could say.
yeah. I mean, yeah. My dad was very proud. He was pushing me for a good while. Join the military. Join the military. He didn't say what branch you're in, but when I joined the Marines, he was even more proud. He's like, my son's a Marine. He'll fuck you up.
Yeah.
He tell people shit like that. So that
So why
was,
the Marines? Did you ever consider any other? I know that you mentioned the recruiters kind of sold you into the Marines, but at the end of the
yeah.
day, it's a personal decision that we all make, right? So why the
Well,
Marines?
like I was saying earlier, when I was growing up, my dad and we used to watch a lot of John Wayne movies, and you know, I kind of got stuck a lot with World War II, Iwo Jima type movies, and all the different type of World War II movies, or what's going on back then, World War II, and then Vietnam and stuff like that. And I was like, man, this looks pretty badass. And I always liked guns from a young age and swords and stuff. Yeah. For me, it was just like, I get to play with guns. Shit.
Grenades,
I
I get
AK-47,
paid for it. I was like, it was almost like really? They pay me for this stuff? Yeah, it got kind of cool, because then when you get in the military, then you start playing with stuff in a way that you never even knew existed, like AT4s and saws and 249 and golfs
Yeah.
and I felt like a kid, like in a candy store. I was like, I got all kind of toys I could play with here.
So you
So,
went to boot camp Paris Island.
yeah, Paris Island boot camp.
So that's the
And
mecca for the viewers. That's where Marines are made in
yeah,
South Carolina.
the only place.
Yeah.
not a Hollywood. I'm not a Hollywood Marine, so yeah, good there.
That's right.
So you graduate boot camp, you go straight to Camp Geiger to become a member of infantry school. And what company did you end up being in Camp Geiger?
Honestly, I don't remember that because it was
Well,
just.
it's only three: Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie. And Alpha was not.
I
I think I was Bravo. I was thinking of it now. I think it was Bravo.
Delta now. I was Delta.
You were Delta?
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Thinking
so-
about it, I think I remember now. I think it was Bravo. Yeah. Because I remember that. Remember that them saying that a lot I remember that now. Yeah, I almost got fucking NJP'd my first week there because I accidentally hit the alarm. The fire alarm.
Yeah.
I accidentally hit that because it had no cover, like protective cover on it, so anybody could have triggered that damn thing. I accidentally hit it one day. Oh, I got so much trouble.
Wow.
Damn, I didn't know you were a predator.
I just walked in there and I accidentally hit it with my elbow hit it and the thing went off. Like, oh fuck!
Well, dude, you're like 6'4" and like lanky. I mean, your arms are like everywhere.
See, I was visiting. I was visiting somebody I knew on the deck above me. I was on the first deck, and I went on the deck above me to visit another guy I knew that went boot camp with me, and we were talking, and I just kind of was standing, and then I turned, and my elbow hit it. And end the story. I got in trouble for that shit.
Damn. So
I literally said it was me. They were like, put more information. Who did it? I just like, it was me.
So you graduate Camp Geiger, you become an infantry marine. Did you had any hopes of going anywhere else to be stationed other than Camp Lejeune?
No. I mean, I pretty much knew that's where I was going. I just didn't know what company at the beginning. And
damn,
I knew I was going to Camp Lejeune. I just didn't know what company I was going to yet.
You didn't know what company? Oh God, that is.
And they literally told us, I think, our second to last week, something like that. They told us where we were going, who was going where, and I was like, okay.
That has to be the worst thing, man. I'm telling you, to not even graduate.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, they gave me a wish list. Like I said, Japan, Hawaii, Camp Lejeune.
But we had a wish list.
Oh yeah,
shit on my wish list. I think I put Lejeune for last, and that's what it said.
I did too. I put Lejeune last too.
See, you guys, you guys got false hopes for yourself. When
they
gave me the wish list, I just went Lejeune.
Oh, look at you.
I didn't really care where I went, honestly. So I was like, to me, it didn't matter where I went. It was just let's just get it going, you know.
Yeah, it was. So you graduate boot camp. Tell us a little bit of your experience as a young Marine / boot arriving to your first line unit.
Well, like I say, my first couple of weeks.
Every episode.
You guys.
He works that in every single episode. I love it.
I guess he wants to see if his experience was worse or better than everybody else. Huh?
Oh my God! It's just I get a kick out of it, man. It's every episode. He sneaks that in there, like we're not hearing. But then we hear like, got him.
Well, like I was saying, when I first got there for the first few weeks, I guess it was probably 3 weeks, nobody was there. I didn't even know who my first sergeant was yet. I didn't know who my lieutenant or maybe they didn't have a lieutenant when I got put in 3rd platoon because we had no lieutenant. We had a staff sergeant and a sergeant. And that was it. Everybody else was lance corporals. We didn't have no corporals. Nothing like that. Just a bunch of salty lance corporals and PFCs because they went to Haiti.
There was only a few of them, like Tracy.
Where was this guy?
He didn't come to. Well, I didn't know him until we went to Fallujah.
Yeah.
I don't remember you transferred somewhere else and then you came back. He sent him back to us. We was in Fallujah. I think I was like, we had 3 or 4 months already there. Then you came to us.
Yeah, it was 2 months that we went. So when you guys arrived, I was with 2-2. I checked back in with 2-2. Then they sent me back. They sent me to 3-8, and then at 3-8, it's when everything kind of unfolded. Like I ended up going to corporal's course. Then infantry squad leader school. I didn't do anything with you guys until we got to CAX. And then during CAX is when I actually spent time with the platoon. And then I ended up obviously with 3rd platoon. But, with Bush, it was so crazy because he was the only junior Marine that I had to lead, that I had to look up and tell him what to do.
Like this tall fucker here.
Yeah, it was so uncomfortable because I had this, like you said, this tall, lanky Marine at parade rest, and I'm looking up at him, asking him to do things. It was so funny, man.
Dude? 6'4"?
6'5".
Six,
Oh,
dude, that's
yeah.
what I was about to say. He's at least 6'6", man.
Damn.
Yeah, I
Man.
was 6'5", and I was like 198 at the time.
Yeah, yeah, but when
I'm skinny.
once you put boots and everything, you gotta
I
be
put all that.
6'6".
Yeah, put
Yeah.
all that weight on. And after I put all that
So think about
gear
it,
on,
right?
I was a little
Yeah.
fatter then.
Well, he was a good Marine, man. I gotta tell you, for us, it kind of sucked to not be with you guys during the training phase prior to Fallujah, because we had to go through all that schooling, because obviously we were on our way to become the senior Marines. But once I saw all of you guys' potential in Iraq, it kind of sucked the life out of me, because I was like, damn, that's what I missed out of these guys completely. You know, I didn't get a chance to train with them back in the rear. So it was like doing everything on the fly when it mattered, you could say, right? It's either you make a mistake, you lose your life. It wasn't a training op anymore. So that's the only thing that kind of sucked for me on seeing you guys arrive and not being there for you guys. But
And it's
so,
funny because when we got to Iraq, we had a lot of issues with power.
Yep.
but yeah, that's what. Yeah, I mean,
And
well,
my
this
dumb
time-
ass, like, I know how to fix it.
Yeah, yo,
I
I'll
was
never
fix-
forget.
You
Never
got a
Oh,
forget
man.
name
that,
for that.
dude.
You got a name for that, man. You got a
Yeah,
name
yeah.
for fixing.
But
I was
he-
put in for what was it? The lieutenant told me at the time, he said, I think he put me in for a Navy Cross or something like that. Then he got put out for NAM, something like that. Something like that. He told me, like,
Tell us about that, Arthur,
Yeah.
because we
well,
want to
no, it was
know.
like, when we was in Iraq, we was
None
in
of us
camp.
knew. None of us knew the real story of how you ended up with that duty, to making sure that one of the camps had power.
Well, we were stationed at that wonderful camp or wars camp. What was it
Camp
called?
Delta.
Camp
Delta.
Delta. Yep.
And we had one generator, and nobody knew shit about it. And how I already studied electrical wiring, I already knew electrical wiring. And here in Utila, growing up, we didn't have steady power. We had generators, and we had to keep running our own generators. And I learned about generators at a young age. And I don't like sleeping in heat, and it's fucking hot as hell in Iraq. And I was like, after a few days of that, I was like, I know how to fix it. I'm out there fixing the damn generator, fixing the fuses and shit, fixing the wires, just to keep the AC going. I was like, I don't want to sleep in this damn heat. So,
God, dude, it never got old. Every time anything happened in that camp, Bush, that's all you
Bush,
hear.
get your shit on. Fix the generator.
90% of the time, because they forgot to put fuel in the damn thing.
Nah, it was insane how third platoon in our little squad bay, dude, Bush had everything for us. We had outlets for our computers in separate different areas. Like, we were hooked up. Like
We had AC fans and
AC
shit,
fans and everything.
lights working, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, thanks to this guy, man.
And then once I started to learn how to acquire stuff, I started acquiring stuff and improving a lot of things.
Hey, we got another comment here from Mackenzie Salaya. Let's go. I'm loving the stories.
Yeah. All right. So Bush, more stories, man. So how did you become such good friends with Gunny Ball? Because I guess he used you all the time. God rest his soul.
No, like I say, nobody knew where it was to started fixing shit. Basically, fixing the electrical problems.
Dude, Gunny loves you, man.
When we used to go to R&R back in Fallujah, and some shit break, they're like, I heard one time they call, who was it? Our LT, Lieutenant Kiesling. He's like, "Where's Bush?" I'm like, "He's at the PX." No, he needs to get back over here. Shit's not working.
Speaking of Steve Kiesling, he just wrote me on Facebook, and he's sorry for not getting back to me, but he says hi to both of you guys because he knows we're going live tonight. So
Yeah.
I told him that we were interviewing Bush, and Steve says hi to both of you. Hopefully, he'll comment sometime
Uh,
during the podcast today.
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
nice.
hell of a guy,
He said
man.
it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I remember, when you were in Camp Fallujah there,
Yeah.
I hated carrying my rifle, so I'll go to him and say, "Hey, LT, let me your pistol?" Yeah, take it. So I'll take his
Take
pistol
it.
and give it by M16. So because he never went anywhere. So I'm like, shit. The people get mad at me. How'd you get a pistol? I don't worry about it.
Yeah, I never got a pistol ever. In
I
20
got,
years,
I
I
got,
never
I
got
got
a
a
pistol.
pistol.
But it wasn't mine. I just bought it to walk around at, Camp Fallujah, so I could do my little thing when I had to,
I gotta say, when squad leaders were issued pistols, and it only came in handy whenever we were in INR in Camp Fallujah. Anytime we were in Camp Delta, all that shit was just extra weight on your leg, carrying you
Yeah.
down when you were patrolling. And I hated that, man. Between that and the grenades and the radio and everything else we had to carry, the extra max and all that, I hated that extra pistol.
So, every time we did patrols, I was point. So I had to go to all the y'all had to take me to the briefing, so I had to learn all the routes with you with the squad leader, the LT, and them, because you'll be like, all right, this is where we're going, as we're going. Anything, you let me know. You
Hey,
see,
what squad were you in officially?
First squad,
You were in first squad, so you were with Grady.
Heidelman.
Eric Heidelman.
Yeah.
Well, no, he was your team leader.
Yeah.
But who was your squad leader? It was Grady, right?
He was.
Yeah.
He was squad leader and team leader in the same thing, because we had, at the moment, we only had, what was that sergeant name? I can't remember him. Nobody liked him anyways.
With the guy that came to us late? That's
No, because when I got to Turpentine, we only had a staff sergeant and a sergeant, and then just a bunch of lance corporals and PFCs. No privates,
Nah. That.
Then you helped me get promoted to lance corporal when we was in Iraq.
Yeah.
Because I was like, Mendoza don't want no PFCs in his squad. He wants lance corporals only, or corporals.
Yeah.
I was the only PFC at the time.
Yeah, that's what I never understood that. So I just told Staff Sergeant Gans, I was like, what are we waiting for? The guy he's pretty much the only guy that takes care of us here. Give him a fucking promotion to fucking lance corporal and let's go.
Yeah, and then
I guess they made that happen.
I think it was like my last month there is when headquarters platoon was like, nah, we need Bush to be with us now, and they took me away from the platoon.
They took us.
And then you came to us, and then
made me police sergeant.
Yeah.
Yes, you were. And I had just picked up Lance Corporal, and we got a SIRCOM for like 1,000 missions. And then I got in trouble for drinking in Iraq, and I got NJP'd, and then I got busted down to PFC again. And it took me another year to make, 6 months to get Lance Corporal. Yes, I remember that.
So tell us a little bit of your experience in Iraq, Bush. Obviously, you were part of their platoon, my one and only love here, other than my wife.
Hey, you love me too. You said it today. You love me. You said that to me on the phone. Okay, don't lie. Don't lie to our people.
That's what we call it Spanish paja. Yeah, paja, puro paja.
I love you in a different way. Okay. But anyways, tell us a little bit about your experience in third platoon. How was that for you?
Third platoon was, out of all other platoons, strict. We had, how staff sergeant Gamble, he was really strict, and Heidemann believed in being. We trained a lot with Heidemann for his squad, especially. He wanted to make sure we didn't fuck up or anybody died under while he was in charge of us. So he pushed a lot of training, a lot of understanding different things. Like, you're each and everybody's job is in the squad or in the platoon, and so it wasn't bad. We did a lot of PT. I was still recuperating from my knee blown out. It took me really after I got out of the Marines for my knee to get somewhat better. Farwell, he could say, vice for this. I dealt with a lot of pain with my knee, but
You did.
I just pushed through it. I basically went through all Iraq, all my deployments with a knee brace on, and several doctors' appointments in the right there. I've been to the hospital there in Lejeune a few times for my back because I remember before Gunny Ball got hit and killed in that IED. We went on a patrol with EOD, the Navy EOD, CBs, and you know how I'm usually point, but they were pointing at this because they were looking for stupid thing. I think they were done with street for IEDs with live people, but an IED went off, hit. Nobody died, thankfully, but the guy, the Navy guy, he got a shrapnel through his leg. But the force, the blast force, literally picked me up and threw me into a wall, and that screwed me. I had injuries from that. So it was an experience. I'll say something you don't wish on a lot of people because a lot of people can handle it mentally, physically can't at all really. But for me, it was more a mental thing because physically I sucked a lot of pain up throughout my career in the Marines. But the mental part is what you had to make it work.
When did you leave 3rd Platoon and get to headquarters? Is that like halfway through, right?
No, it was their last month, I think, it was in Iraq because
Okay.
I was, like a month before we was getting ready to leave, I got sent to headquarters, and they wanted me to be the new police sergeant, so I had to go be under the one that was police sergeant there.
And who was that? Was that Sergeant Diaz?
Yeah.
Sergeant
gosh.
Diaz.
Sergeant Diaz. That was the Dominican dude, right?
Yep. He thought he was something else too.
Hey, easy. Hey, Sergeant Diaz just came out of like nowhere and has Facebooked and added us as friends, Sandman and me, and he has sent us pictures of what he looks like now, which is
What is he?
We can
Hercules now?
disclose. We can disclose
it's
that.
a little different from what we remember.
No, it's pretty big.
Yeah, it happens.
No, I mean, he didn't treat me bad.
Paquito.
He didn't treat me bad. He tried to I guess mentor me for the position he was getting out of and leaving. But a lot of other people didn't like him because the way he was, his style.
Man. But that's how everybody felt. I mean, hell, there were people that hated me.
But people didn't like me because I hooked 3rd Platoon up in Iraq with all the.
Yeah. So
like what the fuck?
Hey, by the way, Pyle.
Yo.
I need you to do. There's a request here. They asking when you lived in Utila, what was your favorite food and how was it for you?
Baleadas?
Speaking a different language.
Baleadas was my favorite food. I lived in Bush's Hotel.
We can't hear you. Get closer.
Sorry, can you hear this now?
Yeah, now I can. Go ahead.
I lived in a Hotel Utila, which is owned by Bush's family. And every morning I would wake up and I would go and get my baleadas, be it eggs, beef, and a little crema. And speaking Spanish, I had lived in Naples, Florida before I joined the Marine Corps, and I worked at a paint store. And all the contractors were Mexican or Guadalajaran, and they spoke Spanish. And so, and I took Latin in college, so it was kind of easy. I could understand, I just couldn't speak it at all.
Let me help out. Maybe some of these viewers are trying to figure out what the hell is a baleada.
Yeah, you tell
It's-
us what's about.
It's a tortilla with refried beans. You could either put white cheese on there, or you could put sour cream. I like mine with the white cheese and onion, steamed like cooked onion with vinegar.
Oh yeah.
Great.
And that is called a baleada.
Ayada. And by the way, Bush, I did this in your honor 2 weeks ago. I was up in Massachusetts and we actually ordered Honduran food. And I had the biggest baleada I have ever seen in my entire life. It was like this big.
Oh, that's what they call a mega baleada.
It
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
it was, and then I had platanos, plantains, yuca. Oh my god, oof, fantastic.
Yeah, I got
man.
plants. I got plants growing in my next to my house right now. I'm hoping to cut them suckers soon.
That is crazy how well you, Pyle, know the names of all these different foods.
I love the culture. I used to shop at a supermercado in East Nashville all the time, and it
Damn.
was really cheap. And I love Hispanic food. I love it. I love beans and rice. Arroyos con pollo. Is that right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I love it, and
You're-
it's fresh. It's
Do you
awesome.
remember the name of the beer that they have down here?
Oh shit! Hold on. It was good beer too, because I got drunk. Like
It's
pretty
called
much-
Salvavida.
Salvavita, and the whiskey. It was
What is it? What is it called? It's English though.
cane flour.
Lifesaver. Lifesaver is the name of the beer. Imagine that.
And then Flor de Con is the whiskey.
Florida Kanye, yeah.
That shit was
That's
good.
really good rum.
Damn.
Good rum.
Damn, bro.
Hey,
You're like,
which I gotta stop because we're talking about Utila and Henry. We're all going. You.
oh, yeah,
me,
we got it.
Your wife, my wife. We're all going next year, and we're going to Utila. We're going.
There might be a wedding next year. Remember that. Don't forget that. I got engaged.
Yeah, that's
so-
right, man.
Hey, Bush, we want a wedding invitation, each one of us. So
Yeah.
make it happen.
No, I don't got a date set yet. When I get that minor detail figured out, don't worry. We get it.
Sergeant Mendoza, make sure he has a date.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, here's the funny thing is, his wife is Honduran.
I
I
know.
know that's
Dude, I was
don't
at his
even
wedding.
know. I
I
know
was
the
at his
names.
wedding.
What's the pollo con tajada? That thing is the bomb, man.
See, down here they call it pollo chuco.
Pollo chuco.
Yeah.
What about you? You never ate pollo con tajada, Pyle?
Is that pork? What is that?
No, it's chicken.
Chicken.
Fried chicken with like coleslaw
Fried
on
chicken.
top.
You got the fried plantains. Then you got chicken on top. Then you got like either cabbage with a sauce, nice like sweet sauce,
Yeah, man.
covering all over.
No, I never had that. I
Yeah,
never had
you-
the opportunity to try that. I wish I
Yeah,
did.
How
you-
about the
Sounds
steak?
good.
Have you had the carne con tajada? That thing's killer, man.
Good stuff right there.
Yeah.
But to me, the
Ah,
best
man.
thing is the fish. You get the best fish here.
Oh, I bet, man. Right over the ocean.
You should see what I got yesterday. I literally got one that was caught that morning, like literally an hour before I bought it. There's like, yeah, we got a fresh one. I'll be there in like 5 minutes.
Oh my god.
That reminds me of that story when I was diving in Utila the first time I ever went. I caught that guy. He caught like this huge fish, cut it up, and made it into ceviche. Right
Oh
out of the
yeah,
water.
that's so good.
Amazing.
All right, well, back to you, Bush. So
Sorry.
sorry, viewers, we just get when it comes to food.
Get
and
excited,
guidelines,
man. You
get
can't help it.
man.
Can't help it.
So you go through the deployment in Fallujah. Obviously, I would say, and correct me if I'm wrong, your mentor, Gunny Ball. Obviously, we all know what happens to Gunny
Yeah.
Ball later down in the deployment. How did that affect you?
I won't lie, it was tough, because he put me in for my award, my NAM. But it was something that was put up. He told me, I'm putting this in for you. I think you deserve it. We put it for something higher, but they put it down to this. I was hoping to get him to pin it on me, but we all know what happened. He got KIA, and we all I can't remember how many went to his funeral, but it was a lot of us that did go to his funeral right there in Arlington, and his wife was there, and his wife was very. You can see she was very grateful to see us all there, and I got to speak to her for a few minutes, and I told her it was because of him I got this award. He's like, I bet he made sure you earned it. I was like, yeah, he did. Like he was, how he was. He's tough, and he said some things, man, that just busted that would make you just like, what the hell is he trying to say? Like, it's some funny ass shit. You don't want to laugh because he'll want to kick your ass if you laugh. I remember him telling, who was it? I can't remember who it was. He told somebody, he said, "You don't stop talking shit, I'm gonna crush you like a Dorito."
Oh, that was his thing. Oh my God, I can't believe you remember that. That was
like,
his phrase.
The first time I heard it, I was like, what the fuck?
That was his phrase, man. It's so amazing how one individual can plant the seed of pretty much leadership, encouragement, and honor in so many people. I mean, just the three of us here. And I imagine the entire company that he had under his belt, right?
Honestly, I think the morale went down when he got KIA. It went down big.
Well, yeah, I mean, the attachment that we all had with Gunny Ball, it was like more of a fatherly role versus my gunnery sergeant in the Marine Corps. So yeah, morale did go down. We were, I think, me personally, I was sad. It was towards the tail end of the deployment, yes, but it was rough, man. It was rough to get back out on the road and continue the mission, knowing that the head of the snake had been cut off. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And the company kind of went through a phase there for a short time trying to figure out what to do because they kept trying to put different people in his position that wasn't even getting close to what he was doing.
Yeah, so that's kind of sucks. So we get back. Obviously, you continue on with the rest of your career. You get out. How was that for you, getting out of the Marine Corps?
Honestly, getting out, it felt, I don't know, you felt like you don't fit in civilian life no more, It's just, after everything you go through, 3 deployments, and you've seen so much, you've done so much, and you're used to a certain way of life, that when you get back to what we call the civilian world, it just like feels something just off. You just don't feel like you're not in the. It took a while to get back into that civilian mindset. Yeah, get a purpose, a mindset of, oh, this is how life is. You got a 9-to-5 job, you got this, you got that, you got, just in the mental stresses. I think that's when it hits you the most. Is once you're not. You don't have that stability in your life to hold you centered in the military does because you're centered on your mission, what you're supposed to do, how you're supposed to do things. In the civilian world, you're just like, what am I going to do? Do I go left or go right? Where do I go? And that's kind of how it was for the first, I'll say, few years, honestly.
So it's funny that you said that because most people that are watching us through the different guests and episodes that we had here, it's almost the same answer.
Oh, yeah.
From everyone across the board. All of us, when we get out, we don't have a purpose.
Yeah.
And we just trying to go through life day by day, but with no goals, there's absolutely, it's just, okay, I wake up, go to sleep, wake up, go to sleep. There's no purpose, there's no goal, there's no mission, there's nothing. And everyone that we've had on this platform has literally verbatim said the same exact thing that you said, Bush. Even me and Pyle, when we did each other's interview, So that tells us something, right? That even though we are in that environment where we feel untouchable, we feel like we matter, we feel like we contributing something to society. It's crazy that once that period of our life is over, we go back down to being nothing.
Yeah,
And I
you
think
feel like
that,
you got to
yeah,
start off from zero again.
from
Yep.
zero. And it's worse, I would say, as an infantry marine, because we don't really know anything other than trained for war, handle weapons. I mean, that's all they teach us, right? So how do I go outside the Marine Corps? How do I go if I don't have a college education? How do I go apply for a job that's going to pay me well when I don't know anything other than weapons? So for most of us, the construction related fields are go to places,
Security, restaurants.
security, things like that, right?
Hmm.
Yep.
So what did you do job wise? How did you end up?
Shortly after that, like I would say probably a year or two after that, I kind of came back on Utila for a short time. Just Utila for me has always been I'll say my safe spot to go and just relax. I can relax my mind. And then I went back to the U.S. and I got a job. Uh, Funny thing is, I got a job as a security manager
In Tampa. I
in
know.
Tampa, Florida, the
I
Port of
remember that, Bush.
Florida. I was the security manager for the Port of Tampa. I managed almost 300 people.
Oh wow!
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I didn't even apply for that position. I applied for a regular security job, but my resume, they looked at my resume and they're like, we got something better for you.
Yeah, well, they see Marines, infantry, Iraq, award winner of a Navy Marine Corps medal. It speaks for itself, right? You don't belong. You're automatically on the top tier consideration for other positions within the same field. So I can see why they did that. So is that something that you pursued, or that was just something that you
I
said?
did that for a few years and it got really stressful because in that position, I had really no life. It was a 24-hour type gig because I managed a 24-hour post, position in the Port of Tampa. Ports are extremely important and busy.
Yeah.
And after I think I did that for like 4 years, and I got burnt out, like literally burnt out. And
And that was here in the U.S., right?
yeah, Tampa,
Florida.
Florida.
Hey, Bush, that was 2013, 2014.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
2014.
I was living in Vero Beach, and I remember coming over to see you a bunch because you were living with your brother.
Yeah, he was living with me because
Yeah, he was
I was
living with
trying to,
you. Yeah.
I was trying to help him get, I need to help him get what he needed credentials to go work on boats. He
Yeah.
works on a push boat now or tugboat, what you want to call it. So I helped him get that. So he was living with me for that for like a year or two till he got his own.
Hey, you had a great job, man. And you had a great apartment. But after that, like how you were there for 4 years, where'd you go after that?
After that, let's see. What did I do after that? After that, I went and worked on supply boats. Yeah, I worked on for Edison Swiss Offshore. I was there for like 5 years. I was like this close to getting my mace license, but then it in the oil business, when it goes to hell, it goes to hell for everybody. And it went to hell like the last year I stayed working there because the oil industry literally went under kind of in a way. Wasn't making no money, and they didn't. It doesn't make sense to be out there killing yourself on a boat and not making no money. So I left that, and then I went to start driving trucks.
I
I did
remember
trucks.
that.
Yeah,
I remember when
yeah,
you called me a few years ago many years ago, and you told me that you were driving trucks from
Yeah.
Texas, or Texas was like your home base, right?
Yeah, home. Yeah, but I was all over the country.
But
I
you were
literally
all right.
only two states I didn't go. Basically, Hawaii and Alaska. Basically, only two states I
Wow.
didn't go to.
Wow,
I went
that's
to the rest.
amazing.
Yeah.
So how was that? Was that something that you wanted to do, or was it something that you said, "Well,
Uh,
I have no other
it felt
um,
like I had no other
options over
option
there
at the
open?"
time, and it was a means to make money, make okay money. It wasn't
Yeah.
great. It was okay, and so it worked out for a little short time. And
So, at what point of your life did you decide that the United States is no longer a place that you would like to pursue a either life or career, and you decide to go back to Honduras?
well, I had a lot of personal things going on in life. I guess every military person goes through these,
Right.
bad relationship, divorce, stuff like that. And I was going through stuff like that. My dad passed away, and that kind of that hit me hard. And so, like, literally, my last, I don't know, I felt very stressful that time of my life just to be anywhere but where I always had peace, was just here until nobody messes with me. I do what I want. I have my own house here. Like, literally, I built my own house. What I paid to build this house, I can never pay that in the U.S.
Of
So
course,
Lucky.
that is,
it's like,
and you enjoy the peace of the ocean, right? Close to
yeah, I
you every
mean,
day.
where the ocean's right next, it's close by. Like, where my house is probably less than 5 minutes from the ocean. So,
That's beautiful,
you
man.
know,
Hey, man,
and
dude, we gotta go, man. It is a beautiful island.
Oh, I bet. Trust me. He sent
We
me
have to
pictures.
go. We
I
have to
know.
go next year.
So
uh,
look, we got a few minutes left on the show.
Yeah.
So we for the viewers that are watching and their future watchers, Mr. Bush here in Honduras, in Utila, has decided to become a political mogul. So tell us about that. How did you get into politics to even consider running for mayor of Utila?
well, it kind of started when COVID hit. When COVID hit, Utila was getting little to no help, aid, nothing. And I was still in the U.S. working. I was working on trucks, and I'm watching everything that's going on here. And I was like, this is bullshit, man. The people can't get food. The people can't get medicine. The people can't, nothing, They basically shut everything down. There's nothing coming in, nothing going out. So that's when I talked to my sister who lived here, and I was like, hey, let's try and do something to get them help during COVID. And we did. I started a GoFundMe. FAR helped me a little bit with that, past sharing it along and getting some money raised. We raised like $2,000, and $2,000 fed 400 families, not people, families,
Wow.
families. That was,
$400 goes a long way in Honduras.
yeah,
Well,
down
yeah.
here, it goes a long way. Like $2,000 is a lot of money here, and I fed a lot of people, families. Like, I had people send me pictures saying, oh, I didn't have no food for the past week, and they're showing me all their kids eating there. I was like, that kind of made me feel good. And, being in the Marine, we kind of like to fight, not just physically, but verbally. Anyway, when we see shit that don't seem right, and all these politicians like, oh, we're doing this, we're doing that, and I'm here literally fighting with the governor of the state, the Bay Islands. He's there, oh, we're doing this, we're doing that. I'm like, okay, what you doing for my island? He'll ignore me. He went, nah, whatever, okay, good, motherfucker, I'll fix you. Wait. So I'm fighting with this dumbass, and then I got in contact with a guy that was helping out with sending medical supplies from the U.S. And he helped. After my conversation with him, he said, "All right, no worries. I'm gonna send just for Utila." And we got that for Utila in election. I came back to Utila just before elections. When this guy was running for This time he was running for what we call deputy here, which is like a senator in the U.S. And I literally went to his face and I said, "You like what I got for Utila?" And this guy, his eyes got like big and like, "That was you?" Like, who the fuck else you think it was? Wasn't your dumb ass, you know? You know, and 4 years later, I got a call from some people I met from after COVID and stuff. And they're like, "Hey, we need a candidate for Utila to run on our ticket. We have you on first person on the list." I was like, I always thought about it. I literally thought about it for like a minute or two when they were talking with this person. I was like, you know what? Why not? Just do it. I'll be Utila in 2 weeks. I'll be in Honduras in 2 weeks. Like, okay. So that was it. That's how it started, basically. So I do the process. I come, I meet the team that's running on the ticket with the presidential candidate for the primary elections. Primary elections are a little different than how they do in the U.S. Here it's almost like it's almost a primary election is almost like a general election, but it's only for that party. That party you have to beat the other people's in that party to advance to the general elections. So that's what I had to do. I had to get my whole team together, get everything together. That's when I remember you seeing me posting some stuff, and you called me like, "Man, I want to help out. What can I do?" And
yeah, man. I mean, it was a big deal. I would have loved to see you. So what happened? What was the outcome? Obviously,
the issue is the current mayor was who I was running against for the same party. He was dead scared of me for just even being in the race. I didn't have to do nothing else. Just be in the race. Just being in the race. He was just like, "Oh fuck," because he's not a Utilian. He's not from here. He's from the mainland. I'm from here, and just me running it was a big issue. So basically, he did every dirty thing in the book you could think about to make sure I don't win. He paid people tons of money. He got other parties to help him to make sure, and they threatened people. "If you don't vote for us, we're not going to help you no more. You're this and that. You can't vote for him." Stuff like that. So they did all that dirty stuff. They even forged votes in their favor, and the whole 9 yards. Yeah, they even tried to do it. Like, there's laws that the naval people here that's in charge of the areas of voting. They're like security for naval vote. And no candidate could be in that area. His vice mayor was in that area. And she's actually a good one. So I was fighting.
Hey, we're losing you a little bit.
Losing you, man.
Yeah, hold on. We have a little technical difficulties.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. It's just
we can hear you, but we're having a little video issue.
Nah, Bush, we're losing you, man. Guys, sorry about this.
It's okay. I mean, for just so that people are aware, Bush is joining us from Honduras. And obviously the internet is not as fast as the ones that we here enjoy in the United States. So please bear with us. Give us a few seconds so he can get back in, and we should.
I don't know why. I have Starlink, so it should be fine. So it's weird.
There it is. We're good now. So
good.
How was it? A close race? Was it something that you felt?
No, it wasn't really a close race, because it wasn't a close race. Like, he spent so much money. He spent into the millions of lempiras to beat me, in the millions.
That's a lot.
So you didn't
have a lot of money here.
You didn't even have a chance at that point.
Nah, I was like, I knew I wasn't gonna win, but I said, you know what? I'm gonna make this guy spend money, and he spent a lot of money because he was paying people.
Do you see yourself running in the future and possibly beating this guy?
Oh yeah, next go around. It's trust me. I came in a rookie. I'm leaving an expert.
So how long do we have to wait for you to be run again?
4 years.
4 years. So what? 2028?
Well, 2029 will be the next primary elections, and then the winner will take office from 2031 for the next 4 years. This candidacy right now is from 2026 to 2030.
Oh wow.
So 2029 is basically when you start getting everything moving for the next elections.
Well, it seems like we got to wait a little bit before we can see you in the office. But like you said, lesson learned, right? We're Marines.
If
We
Worst thing
get
you can do
down.
to a Marine is show them your tactics and show them what you do. That's it. That's
Yeah,
the worst thing you can do.
yeah. So, well, It was a pleasure having you on the show, brother. I hope to see you again. Do you have any safe rounds bio for Mr. Bush?
Um, no, Bush. It's really good to see you. Thanks again for coming over to my house when you were in Texas and Alabama. It's really good to see you. Katrina definitely misses you, and we will definitely be in Honduras either next year or the year after. I do want to do one shout out to Simplify Designs, who made this whole our website and made our intro. And I also want to thank Bush for coming on here, Sandman for always being a pleasant guy to look at and a great co-host. And if you're in Middle Tennessee tomorrow, October 4th, from 11 o'clock to 1600 in Brentwood, Tennessee, Vet Fest is going on. So get your booties down there. We've got 55 vendors. We've got music. We've got food. I'm going to be down there talking about the 1775 Club and selling our new T-shirts, which have been designed. Which, by the way, Sandman, I saw your T-shirt. It looks fantastic. She's going to send it to me, and then I'm going to send it to you, or I'm going to give it to you on November 1st. But we have the Sandman and Pile T-shirts. They look awesome, and we're going to be selling those too. So, but thank you guys, and stay tuned for Tuesday. We have a special episode with Matthew Wiz Buckley, a Top Gun pilot, and we're going to having a mental health discussion. So stay tuned for that. But
Yeah,
gentlemen,
that's gonna be a really good show. We want to touch a little bit on mental health and kind of there's so much going on in the world right now with events, and we want to touch base on that. So everybody that's listening, please tune in. You're gonna enjoy it. I want to take a few moments and I want to give a shout out to the people that watch us live today. Unfortunately, I won't be able to mention everyone. Today we actually got quite a few.
really,
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick the first 4 people on the list. Jancy Salaya, thank you for your comments. Mackenzie Salaya, I guess they're
Que
both
te
sisters.
mucho.
Yeah, go ahead. Say it again. Say it again.
Que te mucho.
Miss Maria Oliva. All people from Charlotte, North Carolina. Thank you. Appreciate you tuning in and being part of Mr. Bush episode. And Bush, anything you want to say?
Well. Far told me I couldn't say no Utila slang or my Utila talk because he can't understand it. But I will say this is a famous quote. This is a famous word. This is a word we say here a lot. When Utila, it says "among you."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Meaning you all or everyone.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I love you, Bush. Sandman,
All right,
I'll
man.
see you on Tuesday. See you guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for having
See
me,
you
guys.
guys.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good one, brother. Bye.
All right.